Did you cry when I found you in the night? Staying up till 5 a.m. Told me you and him were friends. Woke up in a burning home. Blame myself, I should have known. There's still no place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. And talks my heart online. Too afraid to find that you changed your mind from sleepless nights. Was I part of your design?
We welcome you back to Oxford, Maine, and the historic Oxford Plains Speedway. Daniel Brunelli won just an hour ago in the MNS Welding Repair Street Stock Tour. But now it's time for the Hudson Autoworks Late Model Stock Tour. Our last outing at Myrtle Beach ended with Mason Walters getting his second win in his second start. Welcome back to the Green Flag Racing Network. My name is Chris Roska, Robert McKay alongside as always. Josh Tarrant Hill went upside down in turns 3 and 4 early in the event early tonight. And if the street stock race earlier is any indication, this race is going to have plenty of side-by-side action and plenty of carnage.
Oh yeah, after listening and watching that race just an hour ago, I am over the moon to see what these late model stocks can do. It is a different track, it is very tricky, and as you may see as we take a look at different camera angles around the track, there's no walls in the corners.
Yeah, if you miss the corner, you're going off into the gravel, into the grass, and then eventually you're going to find a chain link fence.
Which will not stop a 2-ton race car. In iRacing
Yeah.
it will, but in real life, you'll go right through that and into the woods to find grandmother's house.
Great analogy. Anyways, we saw that gravel earlier take effect earlier tonight with Josh Tarrant Hill. Saw him get loose off the bumper of Noah Hubbard. As soon as he touches the gravel, the weight shifts, and it essentially lifts the right side of the car up, and he went up and over. So I anticipate to see that. I anticipate to see 1 or 2 flips tonight.
Yeah, another thing too is Devin Lyons was running very high, clipped ever so slightly. I mean, the tire just barely touched their gravel, and it sent him around in front of the field. So definitely something different that no other track has to offer that these drivers need to combat and learn tonight.
Yeah, definitely something new. I don't think this track is similar to any other track that we've gone to so far in the Hudson Autoworks Late Model Stock Tour. So, new territory, uncharted territory, I think, for most of these drivers, against at least this field.
Yeah, and Oxford Plains Speedway isn't a very common track. This is my second outing here to this track here in Maine. Not really something that you see very often.
Yeah, it's mentioned this earlier in the MNS broadcast. This is the premier speedway in Maine, so definitely a marquee track in Maine and in the Northeast in general. And I think we're gonna have that kind of play into the fact of, hey, this is actually kind of a big deal racetrack. And I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, another thing too is that it still exists. That is something honestly very, very rare to see with these older scans in iRacing. But yeah, this track still actually exists in Maine. This weekend the NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour is heading there.
Yeah, I was just about to say this track doesn't only exist; it still operates.
Yeah,
In Oxford, Maine. It was founded in 1950 by a lumber company. That's a first.
It's honestly so cool to see these tracks still existing here in real life and in iRacing. Looking at a modern satellite view, honestly, nothing has really changed about this track. Obviously, some fresher paint. Looks like there is now a drag strip on the back stretch. See there where it is currently trees. Oh, you can see it there. Actually, you can see the drag strip. So it's awesome seeing this complex is still here. And a little fun fact: right on the other side of those trees that we're looking at right now is an airport.
Of course, you would be interested in anything aviation related.
I just saw it. Okay, and right next to it is a solar wind farm or a solar panel farm, surrounded by them actually. But yeah, smack dab in the middle of Maine, out in the middle of nowhere, basically. And it's
a lot
just,
of racetracks are.
I mean, out in the middle of nowhere. Like there's nothing around it. So it's awesome to see this racetrack still around and active.
Yeah, and something I've noticed is almost half the tracks we've been to this season don't exist anymore. Either they aren't active racetracks or they've been fully demolished. This is one of the few that are still actively running. Last week, we went to Myrtle Beach. That track is no longer a thing, unfortunately. I think it's, what is it? I think it's a parking lot now?
No, it's condos and townhomes.
So yeah, every year more and more tracks go the way of the dodo bird, and very few new tracks get built.
Yeah, well, luckily there are some few, as you said, that are still existing, and there's still a fight to keep them. Just recently, the National Fairgrounds Speedway, with support of the National Fairgrounds Speedway, came under attack from a large petition backed by new residents that built homes around the racetrack, and the billionaire owner of Nashville FC Soccer Club, the neighbor of the National Fairgrounds Speedway, to remove a piece of law that basically protected the protected racing at the fairgrounds, and if that was removed, the track would have been demolished by the city. Luckily, that was shut down in court just last week, at least saving the track for another year. So it's great to see that some tracks still exist, and that people are still fighting to keep their local short tracks alive.
Yeah, too many tracks have gone the way of the dodo bird, but it's not too late to save the rest of them.
No, it is not at all.
One of my favorite tracks has unfortunately gone the way of the dodo bird. That being Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. One of my favorite tracks ever. Very fun to watch races there. Very fun to drive. I have found a lot of success in iRacing on that track, and unfortunately, its real life counterparts now drives into the side of a wall. I think it's an Amazon warehouse.
It is. Well, let's take a look at the starting grid here, presented to you by Hudson Autoworks. Ross Dalton back here in the tour, and he slaps it right on pole next to Adam Baker. Roska, take us through the rest of the field.
Mason Walters won last week for his second straight win and his second straight start. Jordan Blair starts in fourth alongside.
Something to note about Mason Walters, switching numbers, sponsors, and manufacturer. Something rare we see mid-season.
Adam Holston, Christopher Shepard making up row number 3.
Justin Miller, Jared Kroll, someone new to the tour, starting 8th. Noah Hubbard, Luke Barnes. Sorry.
The Twin Notas starting side by side on the 5th row. Brand new paint schemes for both of them.
Joshua Gillen, Devon Lyons rounding out your field. Joshua Gillen, they're running the Landon, I believe it's Huffman scheme with the Texas Roadhouse High Rock vodka scheme. Saw that in person, actually, at the fairgrounds. What a gorgeous scheme.
Yeah, Ross Dalton, back to your race later. Ross Dalton making his first start since, well, making a second start, and his first one since all the way back at Richmond, where he went toe-to-toe with Jordan Blair, ultimately finishing, I believe, 4th in that event, and now starts his second ever start from the pole position. A lot of fast drivers in this field tonight. Pace car pulls off, and we're underway here from Oxford Plains.
Great start there by Ross Dalton, getting right back into the groove of things. But here comes Adam Baker side by side, heading into turn 3. Jordan Blair
Baker chases it off the track. Jordan Blair slots into third, or slots into second. Adam Holston in fourth.
Jordan Blair looking to reignite the Ross Dalton rivalry here, right and early here at Oxford Plains. And we're only on lap 2.
Lap 2, and already the first 3 nose to tail. First 5, actually. A little bit of side-by-side battling towards the back. Ross Dalton setting the fastest lap already. Mason Walters takes fastest lap away. He's currently back in 6th.
Got a nice clean track in front of him. As Adam Baker dives down to the inside of Jordan Blair, so he right on board with the blimp.
Baker chasing Blair, chasing Dalton. That's the top 3 in reverse order. There's Adam Holston in that 77 sitting 4th.
Joshua Gilman sets the fastest lap.
He's currently back in 8th.
Not a name we're used to seeing. Dives down to the inside of Christopher Shepard. Obviously has some sort of speed under the hood of that Texas Roadhouse machine.
And we'll move that machine up to 7th position. Top 5 single file. Slight gap between Justin Miller in 5th and Mason Walters in 6th. And here's riding on board with Ross Dalton looking back at Jordan Blair.
I see Jordan Blair just hanging on there, not really doing anything yet.
We're only on lap 10 of 125, so plenty of race for Jordan Blair to plan a move, make his move, and then start playing defense. So kind of, if I were Jordan Blair, just sit back, bide your time. If you think you have the faster car, just sit back and see if Ross Dalton makes a mistake. Kind of study Ross. See see where he makes mistakes. Don't make contact. Because then you invite Adam Baker to join the fight.
That's right on board here with Adam Baker. He's got a great view of this battle.
Yeah, if I'm Jordan Blair or Adam Baker, I'm sitting back just watching either the leader or the top two, whoever's in front of me, watching them, kind of studying them, seeing where their strong points are, seeing where their weak points are, where am I faster, where are they faster, and kind of plan an attack. I'm faster going into turn 3, so I'm going to dive it up the inside towards the end of the race, kind of make plans on what you're going to do throughout the race. And we have a change for the lead. Ross Dalton had to drop all the way back to 5th. He gets stuck on the high side.
Ross Dalton not happy with that. He's going to be trying to charge his way up through the field, but a familiar face back out to the lead. That of being Jordan Blair there in that white Ford Toyota Camry.
A Ford Toyota Camry.
Or a white Toyota Camry. That's what I meant. Still knows
Adam
the tail.
Adam Holston in 3rd, kind of in the same situation Adam Baker was a couple laps ago. Studying the leaders, looking to see where their strong points are. He's still looking for his first Hudson Autoworks win. Ross Dalton looking to the inside of Justin Miller. Not close enough to make a move. Top 5, single filed out. Small gap to Mason Walters in 6th.
And so far, so clean. Don't want to jinx it.
Ross Dalton gives the bumper to Justin Miller. He saves it. We stay green.
Great save by the 95.
You jinxed it.
I did jinx it.
And now Ross Dalton, kind of frustrating his move didn't work. At least I would be. Still sitting back in 5th. He's still looking to the inside of Justin Miller at any chance. And there he goes to the inside. Ross Dalton makes the move for 4th. Not going to be enough. Justin Miller holds it tough around the outside.
Coming out of 4. Still side by side. 21 laps in the books. And the 50 clears the 95.
And now it's a 6-car race. Mason Walters closes the gap to the rear bumper of Justin Miller. Now he looks to the inside.
Literally all these cars are separated by 5 by 8/10 of a second. We've got a great battle going on here.
Mason Walters makes the move on Justin Miller, slots himself back in line. Ross Dalton looking to the inside of Adam Holston for 3rd. Holston lets him have it. Only lap 23, so smart move by Holston. Trying to let Ross Dalton wear out his tires, wear out his equipment, and just kind of sit, kind of watch, pop some popcorn, and save your equipment for the end of the race where it matters.
No, I want popcorn.
Not too bad. You're in a booth, and I locked the doors, so good luck getting out.
Dang it.
Shouldn't have gave me the key. And Adam Baker steals the key to the lead from Jordan Blair. New leader, Adam Baker. 3 leaders within this race, and all 3 of them are sitting 1, 2, 3.
These drivers battling it out hard. Adam Baker, your 3rd new leader of the last 26 laps.
And now Mason Walters looks to the inside of Adam Holston. Side by side for 4th. He wants to be the 4th driver to lead a lap in this race.
And remember, if we make it 40 consecutive green flag laps, a caution will be thrown. Or 45 green consecutive laps. Then a caution will be thrown, allowing these drivers to cool off their tires and have another shot at it. And so we may hit that for the first time in the first 45 laps of the race.
Don't jinx it!
I haven't jinxed it yet.
He's gonna jinx it.
I have amazing luck. I have no idea what you're talking about. The 77 all over the back bumper of the 16 here. Mason D. Walters, formerly the 6, trying to make something work here with 31 laps in the books.
"30 laps in the books. Key takeaways: Adam Baker, Jordan Blair, Ross Dalton currently sitting 1, 2, 3. Jordan Blair takes the lead back. Those three are the three fastest cars for long-term speed. And if you want to win, you have to beat one of those. You have to beat not only one, but all three of those drivers. And those drivers are fast. They're leading for a reason.
Yeah, these drivers, class of the field right now, putting on a clinic. Even the 4th through 6th right now. Mason Walters, Adam Hudson, Justin Miller, showing why they're the fastest here at Oxford Plains Speedway and pulling away from the rest of the field.
Top 6 all separated by 1.3 seconds, now 1.2 seconds. About a 1 second gap to the 57 of Josh Gillen. The two Toyotas having a rough day. They're about 3/4 of a lap down.
Yeah, running a Cousin Maine lobster scheme. Really struggling here in Maine.
Back to the lead, Jordan Blair under heavy fire from Adam Baker. He looks low. Ross Dalton watching.
Seven laps away from a competition caution if we stay green. These drivers still within 1.2 seconds of each other.
Onto the blimp cam, you can see just how close these drivers are getting to each other. Ross Dalton loosed off a 4. Looked like he hit the curbing. That white bump on the inside of the racetrack separates the racetrack from the pit entrance and pit exit. Looked like he just clipped that a little bit off of the corner and got the car a little squirrely. Very easy to do at this track.
Yeah, extremely easy to do at this track. And it's very easy to do the other thing and go right off the edge. If you're trying to run the line like Rosca does, which is the top.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about my luck at this track.
The 22, Adam Baker also hits that little bump, but actually gains time there on the 22. On the back bumper here, heading to 42 laps.
41 laps in the books. No cautions recorded. No wrecks recorded. No cars sideways yet. And Ross Dalton under fire from Mason Walters. We can get both these battles on the blimp cam. There we go. Side by side for third. Mason Walters on the preferred line. You can see the darker pavement where the rubber's done. Ross Dalton tries to cross over. He hits the pavement and he slides it into turn number 3, and he gets the move back done, and he protects his third place position.
I mean, hey, it worked.
Yeah, sketchy, but yeah, it worked. After this Richmond race, I have become a Ross Dalton fan. This driver is very fun to watch, and he just proved it right there. Caution flies. This is the competition. Caution. We'll have a field reset.
All right, what do you think this is going to do to the excellent battle we've seen out front for the first 45 laps of this thing?
I think we get a 4th leader, and by that 4th leader, I think Mason Walters is going to have a chance to make some passes. There's Ross Dalton running my line, under caution, albeit. I think Mason Walters is going to be able to maneuver his way past Ross Dalton, past Adam Baker, and potentially past Jordan Blair. And he'll become our 4th driver tonight to lead laps.
I honestly believe that may happen as well. Something interesting, though, is this may be a caution breed caution situation. Hopefully not. But we may see ourselves finding more cautions as these drivers bunch back up side by side once more.
Yep. And if I am reading this correctly, there are no cars 1 lap down or more. So every car on the lead lap. So every car is still in contention to win this race. Now, one thing I did notice is Justin Miller is exploring alternate racing lines. He testing out the gravel, seeing how well these cars do out there. He did that a couple laps ago. Going into turn 1, testing the gravelness, and here he goes again.
This is a replay. Yeah.
Just testing to see if he can get those cars sideways on the gravel. Maybe try an alternate racing line.
I wouldn't recommend it, but you do you, I guess.
I mean, you have to find one way around the fast cars, right? Might as well try alternate racing lines. If it works, it works.
Sure. Field stacking up. I'm into the restart zone. Barney has the green flag in hand, and he waves it. We're back green here at Oxford.
Jordan Blair, excellent launch. Ross Dalton to the inside of Adam Baker. Side by side for seconds. And Mason Walters stuck with nowhere to go. You push to 50 or the push to 22?
Nothing. You don't push any of them. You try to find your own gap, but all holes are going to be filled and closed here. I'm at 48 to go. Or 48 laps, sorry. Still got a long ways to go.
Rick Allen here, everyone.
My bad. Joshua Gill and Justin Miller battling side by side.
Mason Walters inside of Ross Dalton, battle for third.
Contact.
Adam Holston doesn't quite get there.
So we get a view from the grandstands on the backstretch.
You can see every inch of this track from any seat in the facilities.
Even that guy's very bald head. 19 dives it down the inside, heading to the line. Still side by side with the 95.
Looked like Justin Miller led at the line right there. Christopher Shepard able to clear off of turn number 2. Yeah, we don't need a bald shame anyone. We're a welcoming environment here at the Green Flag Racing Network. But Jordan Blair is still leading, but Adam Baker trying to lift up his rear tires. That's how close he is. And there's Mason Walters.
Very easy way to get the 4 loose.
Now, it looked like his nose was under the rear bumper of Jordan Blair going into turn 1. So, a little bit surprised, but not entirely shocked that there wasn't a caution. These drivers are very good at driving these cars.
Having the rear end being lifted cannot be a good feeling as a driver.
Oh, it's awesome, especially when the entire rest of your car is flying too.
You would know that. Justin Miller
gets a nudge, has to chase it high. He's going to lose a couple of positions there. But Jordan Blair is still leading. Still under attack. Ross Dalton falling back a little bit. He's under fire from Adam Holston. Battle for 5th.
Jared Krall, Noah Hubbard battling. This is for 8th. Justin Miller takes that pit road side by side of the 22 and the 4. This is for the lead.
Adam Baker looking to the inside of Jordan Blair. Here we go.
This is on board.
Riding on board Adam Baker. Update to Ross Dalton. He's been passed by Adam Holston and now under attack from Christopher Shepard of the 19. So Ross Dalton, you see him falling down the down those standings. He's back in 6th now.
Not the return he wanted. But there's still half a race to go.
Crash, turn 3. Jared Crowd, Noah Hubbard go side by side into turn number 3, and Noah Hubbard has an off-track excursion way outside where the wall would be.
We stay
Jared
green.
Crowd really slow. Let's take a look at that replay.
Oh, he's gonna be right in front of the leaders. Oh, that's sketch. Off track he goes all the way.
That's a lot of damage to that 64 machine. Let's see if we can get a replay.
Oh!
Big Loose takes out Noah Hubbard. You see Noah Hubbard being the benefactor of this track not having walls in the corners. He's able to go way out in the gravel and preserve that car instead of bad damage to that number 4 machine. Caution, turn 2. The other twin noted Luke Barnes around. He had help. Not sure who.
Caution's out. See, this is why I don't like looking at replays when we're live. Because something always happens. Alright, let's take a look at this replay now. The 64 again.
64.
He has it out for...
64 has a personal vendetta against the Twin Otas.
He has an issue with Camrys with lobster sponsors.
Like contacts. I was right, he did have help. And here comes his teammate. Almost in a similar, almost the same scenario we had from Devin Lyons and Dylan Brumley earlier tonight. But under caution for the second time, this time for an accident. Jordan Blair is still your leader. Mason Walters has clawed his way back up to second. Adam Baker falls back to 3rd. Adam Holston 4th. Christopher Shepard 5th. Ross Dalton has fallen all the way back to 8th. Now 7th. So those are some big names under caution. Ross Dalton back in 7th. We'll see any adjustments he's made under this caution as we double up. Robert McKay, we're about halfway done with this race. Who are your ones to watch?
I have my eye on, honestly, the 16 of Mason Walters. He's up to 2nd. He's been doing great this race. That or Adam Baker as the green flag flies.
Green flag flies. Jordan Blair out to a big lead. Mason Walters slides in line. Adam Baker 3rd. Adam Olsen 4th. One driver I've had my eye on is that 50 car. Ross Dalton falling back during the last stint. I think he just had an off stint. Looked like he brought it down pit road. Made a few adjustments. We'll see if that 50 car can have some similar speed. Car number 64, Jared Crowell. Black flag displayed for him.
He's running very slowly. Looks like he may have crashed. Unsafe pit exit, maybe. Not sure. Jordan Blair out to the lead, coming to lap 68. We switch the ticker from laps to go. 58 to go here in Maine.
Jordan Blair, Mason Walters, almost side by side. Adam Holston looks to the high side. Not going to do much.
Oh! Ross
Dalton! Off in turns 1 and 2. He tells it back to pit road. Unfortunately, here's a look at what happened. Big wiggle.
To me, that looks
Gets
like
in the corner. Just Gets in the corner and just car shoots right. No idea what happened.
That looks like a wheel disconnect to me.
Mechanical fault? Wheel disconnect? Goes in the corner? Yeah, just almost
I think that may be intentional.
done with this race and just, let's go for a jump. But let's go back live. Jordan Blair under fire and now past Mason Walters, your new leader.
Big wiggle. Here comes the 4. He's not over with the lead yet.
There goes my one to watch.
He just sent it off too.
No, Ross Dalton.
He tried to go with those school buses there out of on the outfield. Mason Walters down to 3rd.
From the lead to 3rd in 2 laps, and now Adam Baker in 2nd, knocking on the door. And Adam Holston watching it all. Josh Gillen makes his way to pit road. That 57 machine.
From 11 to 7. That's how many cars are left here in this race, and they're all on the lead lap.
They're all separated by 4 seconds.
Coming to 48 to go. Jordan Blair still leading.
Adam Baker still right there in 2nd. Mason Walters up to 3rd. Adam Holston, Christopher Shepard, top 5. And that's a real battle of attrition right there for Christopher Shepard in that 19 car. He's up 1 spot from where he qualified. He qualified back in 6th. He's currently sitting at the edge of the top 5. But he has not been here the whole race. Christopher Shepard fell back early in this race. And now he has just been a survivor of the carnage. And is currently sitting in the 5th position. In position to get a top 5 finish here at Oxford.
As these drivers battle it out, looking at the weather here in Maine, it is 70 degrees, a very hot day in Maine, 91 degree track temp with 8-mile-an-hour winds.
I'm real glad of the AC they put up here in the broadcast booth. As Adam Baker wanted Jordan Blair to move, that didn't work. Adam Baker went high, and Mason Walters.
I think he got moved by Mason Walters.
It looks like he tried moving Jordan Blair and missed.
Could have been.
83 laps in the books here at Oxford. And Christopher Shepard to the inside of Adam Holston, battle for 4th. Gets the move done. This whole season, not just this race, but this whole season has been very entertaining. We've had multiple races with a lot of accidents and a bunch of races with a lot of green flag racing. So big variety of races that we've had so far. We've had barn burners where it comes down to the white flag, and we've had ones where Jordan Blair or someone else drives away with it. I was really expecting you to start talking there.
I zoned out for a second. Yeah, it's... You gotta repeat what you just said. It's been a long day, okay?
I said it's been a really entertaining season. We've had barn burners, we've had domination, we've had crash fest, we've had green flag runs with green flag pit stops. So a lot of variety in this season, and what are your thoughts on it so far?
I've absolutely loved every second of it. This is by far one of the most entertaining races and leagues I've ever had the honor of broadcasting, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, green flag been flown since about lap 60. And we had our first caution, or we had our most recent caution. Jordan Blair under attack from Mason Walters, looking to end Mason Walters' domination. But if there's one series here on the Green Flag Racing Network I'm looking forward to, it's the Burnt Rubber Racing Association Cup Series. Starting up May 14th with the Clash at Homestead. I'm looking forward to that series.
That's certainly going to be interesting. Definitely a start contrast here from the late model stocks. Going to be awesome to see the Gen 6 cars ripping around classic NASCAR tracks. And then I'm personally looking forward to, besides Burnt Rubber Racing, I believe up next, you see, as the 64 goes for a little excursion there in the grass. There he is.
Peekaboo.
I'm personally looking forward to what's next. The Super Lates and the Legends cars. Once these two Mystic Racing League series are over, they will switch to the Legends cars for the smaller series. And the Super Lates as the 4 gets real loose. 16 using the bumper to get it done with 29 to go.
Jordan Blair not happy, drives it in. And he's looking to pay back the favor that just was paid to him. Almost took out all 4 of these top drivers. Yeah, that's a little bit more about the Burnt Rubber Racing Association Cup Series. Just got done with our 3rd season of Cup Series competition utilizing the next-gen cars. We are now transitioning back to the Gen 6s, and I'm looking forward to it because I absolutely love those cars.
Contact! 4 getting shoved by the 22 and the 19.
Here we go. Adam Baker looking to the inside. Mason Walters trying to drive away with it. Christopher Shepard around the outside. Where did he come from? Shepard up to 3rd. Looking for 2nd. Adam Baker to the inside. Almost 3 wide. Shepard up to 2nd. Shepard clears. Where did he come from?
He came from absolutely nowhere. That's for sure. Moving up to 2nd, surprising everybody. He certainly wasn't my one to watch.
He should have been mine. Here he is, trying to chase down Mason Walters for the race win. For his first win here in the Hudson Autoworks late model stock tour. He's had plenty of success in the shorter races at the M&S Welding Repair Street Stock Tour, but not the same amount of success here in the late models. And with Jordan Blair battling, or that's Noah Hubbard battling Adam Baker for 4th, or for 3rd. Now battling Luke Barnes for 4th. Contact. Adam Baker shoved up the track. Jordan Blair fell back to 6th. And now Mason Walters going around the lap car of Adam Holston. Noah Hubbard gets around Christopher Shepard. And that 4 car who went off track earlier via the 64 car is back up to 3rd, or back up to 2nd. He's up to 2nd. The Twin Otos finally showing their speed, sitting 2nd and 3rd. Christopher Shepard fell back to 4th. From 2nd to 4th. But Mason Walters still your race leader. Just under a 2nd gap between your 2. I believe it's 18 laps to go here at Oxford Plains. What a turn of events In these in the most recent 20 laps turned here, the entire grid basically flipped on its lid.
Yeah, what a race it's been so far. It's still with 17 to go. Roscoe, I want to give you a little update. Remember last race where we sent Dylan Bromley that care package with the underpants?
Yeah?
He got it. He said they fit great.
Perfect.
Anyway.
glad you caught that. You didn't respond, so.
I saw it in the live chat.
Oh, perfect. Hey, you're welcome, Dylan.
Coming here to 14 laps to go. Mason Walters not running away with it. Noah Hubbard got wrecked just a few laps ago, was struggling all race long, and now he's battling for the lead. Went from 9th all the way up here. Where in the world did he come from?
I don't know, but it feels like we're on a carousel now. Just rotating the grid. Kind of like Talladega back when it had tandem racing. A duo would go to the lead a lap, just to fall back to the back of the grid. Derek Crowell goes another lap down. He is showing in the 8th position, 6 laps down.
So right on board here, Noah Hubbard.
Oh, here we go. Here's Luke Barnes, his team. Or no, that's Jordan Blair. Jordan Blair getting in the way.
He's definitely not happy. Showing his displeasure as the 4 uses the bumper on the 16.
Jordan Blair, just to let you guys know, Jordan Blair has a flat tire. I can hear it from the booth.
Oh yeah, you can hear it. Coming to 8 to go. The 4 beating and banging all over the back bumper. The 16, he wants a win. He wants to put that twin owner in victory lane for the first time this season. Neither Hubbard or Barnes have gone in victory lane yet. And they're going to try to tonight here as Jordan Blair's disqualified.
For the folks at home who don't know what just happened, Jordan Blair had a mechanical fault flag, or what we call jargon,
16
a meat
around!
Flag. Mason Walters goes around off the bumper of Noah Hubbard. No caution yet. He keeps it straight. And he keeps the lead. He keeps the lead. What a save.
Oh my god. We're going to have to look at that here in 6 laps time. The battle is heating up.
Jordan Blair had a mechanical fault flag for his flat tire. He failed to come down pit road to address the flat tire. So race control decided, hey, you're not safe to be on track. Pulled the pit road and disqualified him.
Using the bumper again, the 004 of Noah Hubbard. He's desperate for the first twin-o to win of the season. Would definitely be a fan favorite. Forward to the inside. Here comes the lobster machine. Gets the lead. Here comes Walters to the inside.
To go side by side down the backstretch. Walters with the edge going into 3. Christopher Shepard pulls to the safety of pit road. Walters leads that time. 3 to go.
These drivers side by side. We may see a photo finish with late models out of all cars. Coming to 2 to go. They're still side by side.
Adam Baker slow ahead. He has a flat tire.
Still side by side. Adam Baker going to interfere with this unintentionally.
Where does he go? Across the high side.
1 lap to go. White flag. These drivers are still side by side. Uses the bumper.
Hubbard. The bumper.
To the inside. The 6 slow. Guns it.
Sensitive.
Contact.
Noah Hubbard gets the win. And sends it through the gravel.
What a win. What a battle. The Twin Odas finally get into victory lane.
A number of flat tires at the end of the race. We saw Jordan Blair get one.
I see
Adam
4.
Baker got one.
I see 4.
Adam Holston, Josh Gillen with flat tires. So no doubt tires had something to do with this race. But here's Noah Hubbard with his first win in his Hudson Autoworks late model stock career.
We've got to look at that. Okay. That was way too early. Okay, let's see here.
That was Ross Dalton exit to the race.
We need to dissect that. Okay.
How far back do we go?
There's still some. I want to see this last lap here. Let's ride on board here. This is on board the 004.
This is coming to the white. Mason Walters led at the white. Gives the bumper. Gives the bumper again. Now drives down low.
I want to see what happened with... Let's run on board here for the rest of this with Mason Walters. Steam get loose, save it. I think that right there cost him the win. Guns it, makes contact. Both these drivers save it.
I think he was trying to wreck Hubbard at the end.
I don't
Almost,
think...
kind of like a last-ditch effort of, hey, I'm trying to move him up the track.
I think it was a
Not
last-ditch
quite wreck
effort.
him, but yeah, last-ditch effort. But what a finish. This is one of our closest finishes in the Hudson Autoworks history.
It has to be the closest.
Well, history of the series. The final gap being 0.122 between Noah Hubbard and Mason Walters. Two Toyotas make up the top 3. Adam Baker, Christopher Shepard rounds out the top 5. Jared Crowell, Jordan Blair, disappointing race. He finishes 7th. Adam Holston 8th. Joshua Gillen with a 9th place finish in his debut. Ross Dalton 5th. Justin Miller 11th. Ross Dalton 10th. Justin Miller 11th. And Devin Lyons rounds out the 12-car field.
Okay. Now it's time for some post-race interviews, and I'm excited to see what these drivers have to think. Finishing in the 3rd position is Luke Barnes. Let's bring him in. Luke Barnes, it's Robert McCain, Chris Rosca here in the booth. You got a podium, and the Twin Otas finally got a win here in the Hudson Autoworks Late Model Stock Tour. How does it feel to get a double podium and get your teammate a win tonight?
Feels really good. We have definitely decided that we like to run in the back at the start of the race and save tires and let all the mayhem go on. Sometimes we still get in the mayhem, as you saw, but yeah, it definitely feels good. I'm glad my teammate got the win. He saved a little better than I did.
Yeah, I was wondering why you guys were running at the back. It looked like you were just really slow, and then, man, it just lit up there at the end, using that tire advantage. Awesome battle for 1st and 2nd, but you hold it strong in 3rd. Everyone else basically blew out their tires. I wonder if they're going to start taking your strategy, really trying to save tires at the beginning. But go celebrate your podium with your teammate, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Of course. Finishing in the 2nd position, the only Twin Ota not to blow out its tires is Mason Walters, running a new number, new scheme, and new manufacturer. You got a copy?
Yep, got you loud and clear.
All right, finishing 2nd. You had the lead. Really hard battle there with Noah Hubbard. Backed out of it on the backstretch, then gunned into 3 and 4. Was that kind of a last-ditch attempt to throw him off balance, or?
Yeah, because I knew he did a good job saving his tires, so I knew I just had no shot if I tried the top. So I just figured if I can get in there and hopefully get him a little loose, I could drive underneath him. But I just just used up my tires too much, and I just drove into him on accident. So, yeah, definitely didn't go how I planned. Didn't really expect. Honestly had no clue that him or Luke were saving as hard as they were. Like I honestly thought I had the race won. Like as soon as I got past Jordan Blair, like I thought we were like gonna set sail, and then I see my relative Noah's coming. I'm like, oh god, that's probably not gonna be great. And then he was getting me like 3/10 a second. He got up to me, and we raced pretty clean. It was hard, but it was clean. No, nothing to complain about there. It was just good racing. He had better tires, so he was trying to find a way around me.
Yeah, it was. They've been obviously going to look back at their interviews and they're going to say this. I'm not revealing any secrets, but they've actually been staying at the back for most of the race and saving as much as they can, and then lighting them up there at the end. So obviously you're the only twin owner not to blow out a tire. So tire strategy definitely going to play a bigger part, I believe, in these last kind of 5 races. But overall, great race, dominating. Go enjoy that podium.
Yep, appreciate it, man.
And last, but certainly not least, getting his first win of the season, and the first win for the Twin Otas, Noah Hubbard. Congrats on the first win. How does it feel?
It feels good to finally get back. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Great to see you in victory lane here. I mean, the strategy that you and your teammate Barnes pull off with this kind of staying in the back and lining him up there at the end, it's really paying off. Do you think that more teams and drivers are going to start copying that? Because obviously, besides you guys and Walters, everyone else blew out their tires or wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, this track's terrible for wearing tires. I mean, I knew that was really the only chance because I wasn't really that fast here. So that's what we did. And even whenever that green flag started there for that long run that we went like 70 laps or whatever, I didn't even get caught up from the field. I was still coming off pit road. So I was like 3 seconds back from the field when they even took the green flag. So I had a long ways to go there.
Yeah, well, great comeback drive for you, getting your first win of the season here. Tire wear, or second win of the season. My mistake. I forgot. I thought Barnes had the win. Your second win.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I won at the first race at Hickory.
Yeah, you did win at Hickory. Before I gave you the Twin Ota name. Yeah, tire wear I feel like is definitely going to be a bigger factor into the next few races. So keep doing what you're doing and go celebrate your second win on the season.
All right, yeah, appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see y'all again next week.
See you again next week. All right, well, Roscoe, who's your driver of the day?
Put me on the spot here. I'm going to go with Noah Hubbard. Gets his second win in the Hudson Autoworks season. He did race earlier tonight. Didn't do so well, but was able to cap it off with a win in the main event. So Noah Hubbard was my driver of the day.
I also got to go Noah Hubbard, man. This strategy that they're pulling off is genius. And I don't see why other drivers aren't taking advantage of that. It is genius. Everyone is blowing out their tires at the end of these races. They're pushing too hard. And this strategy by Noah Hubbard and Luke Barnes is really paying off. Plus, Noah Hubbard did run in the Street Stock Tour and did kind of well. So I'm going to go with Noah Hubbard. Well, that rounds it out for tonight. We'll see you next week right back here on the Green Flag Racing Network for the Street Stocks and Late Models. We'll see you then. Take care, folks.